An album that just celebrated its 30th anniversary is Out of Time. It's amazing how that album really resonates for people. It just hasn't dated at all. And for those of us who are already longtime REM fans, when that album came out, it sounded like a whole new era for you.
Yeah, we were doing things that people weren't doing then, right that minute, and we were doing it with our own particular flair, I guess. I mean, that record, in particular, it's a lot of songs about death, which is on the face of it quite sad, but there's an immense amount of catharsis, I think, to approaching such a difficult subject face on, and being able to express the infinity that we all have through these shared experiences that are often difficult or not easy. And then being able to not only deliver but receive that through music, of course, provides a whole other level of, well, heartache, but other things. It touches you in a way different way than other mediums, other art forms do. So yeah, I'm really very proud of both of those records, I have to say.
I mean, the song that kills me on Out of Time is Half a World Away. This could be the saddest I've ever seen. Never a hit, still kind of a deep cut, but.
Me too. I just started singing that song about a month ago. I went back to the place where I wrote it, and it hit me how beautiful that song. It's like really, really, really dark and really sad, but there is this feeling of having been through something after you've sung along to it. Yeah, I love that song. I've completely forgotten about it, but it just kind of hit me again.
It's a song. It reminds another legendary Bird song, but Birdland by Patti Smith. There's that sort of sense of like being these blackbirds following you around, almost as another haunting memory.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. But Birdland is really the song on horses that turned me. That's the one. And Patty knows this now, but that's there are several lyrics in that song that, as a 15-year-old with a very limited knowledge of music and its power, that's the song that I just went, what the fuck is this? And I never looked back. I mean, I decided then and there that I was going to dedicate myself to art and to music, and I was going to be a singer in a band. I never knew, it didn't occur to me that I would have to A, be able to write lyrics, B, be able to sing, C, be able to stand on stage and perform in front of people. All these things, it didn't occur to me as a 15-year-old that you had to kind of follow through, on that dream. But the dream became a nightmare, and I followed through on it, and the nightmare became a dream again, and here I am.
That sense of being haunted by the past. I guess Country Feedback is another song on that album that just destroys me. Such a soulful performance, audible in your vocals. I need
this. Yeah, luckily it's fiction. It didn't happen, but it's one of my list songs. So it lists all these ways that this couple at the very end of their relationship has tried to make it work, and realized that it's a complete failure. It will never work. So it's a list of just one sad thing after another. I don't remember writing it. I do remember singing it, and I remember that I believe I sang it. I in history I thought that I sang it once, walked out of the studio, and went home and like slept for 14 hours. I believe then when we re-released Automatic for the People, that's the record that's on, right?
The one before that, Out of Time.
Out of Time. Sorry. I get them mixed up. Yeah, when we released that record, we went back and found a bunch of demo tapes, and I believe actually there's a demo version of Country Feedback, which in my mind I had only ever sung it once, but maybe I sang it twice.
You end that album with such an ambiguous song, one of my very favorite REM songs, Me and Honey.
I read this. You wrote something about that song, I think. You were wrong, dead wrong about it. But it was a sweet interpretation of what the lyric was. Yeah, the song is about a guy who's gotten a woman pregnant, and she's decided to have an abortion, and he was not. She did not contact him to let him know her decision, and he's very, very upset by it.
I've been totally wrong about that song all these years.
Nope, that's okay.
Not at all. But it's such a beautiful groove.
It is beautiful. It's got Kate Pearson on it, and that's amazing. That's a record where everyone we knew who was brilliant, whose name started with a K, we basically rang them up and said, "Will you be on our record?" And we were trying. We have Kid Jordan, we have KRS-One, we have Kate Pearson. There's a few other Ks in there, but we were really trying to be anything but REM. We were trying to really step outside of ourselves and to do so with great horn players and string arrangements and other singers. What other voices could bring to our particular take on pop music.